Hello everyone, Michael Bernoff with another episode of what I call emotional marketing. Now, about 2 days ago I sent you out a video that talked about the Emotional Marketing University. Now, what I'm going to cover today is some real cutting-edge stuff that I believe is going to be able to assist you, and I'm going to put it in real bite-sized pieces so you can learn a little today, and a few more videos I'm going to send out, and there's going to be some great information over the next several days, so keep on checking your emails for those. Now, what I want to share with you is that in society today, I don't know what's going on in the whole rest of the world, but in North America, now, we're all talking about the recession and what's going on with the economy and everything, and the people that are really making it right now, the ones that are making the sales, closing the deals, those in network marketing that are doing the recruiting and making things happen and doing a large volume of product sales, are focused truly on emotional marketing. Now, what do I mean by emotional marketing? Well, emotional marketing is the ability to use emotions to stimulate a command within the body. Because think of it this way, anytime that you make a decision, there's always an emotion that drives you to make a decision. Well, let me ask you this question right now. What emotional state are you in right now? Are you intrigued? Are you confused? Are you excited to learn? Maybe I'm boring, so I'll move around a little bit more. I don't know what emotional state that you're currently in right now, but it all comes down to the emotional state that a human being is in before he or she makes a decision. So let me write that down here for a second. We're going to call it the emotional, E for emotional, and we're going to call it the state. Now, what an emotional state is where you're currently at. Our goal, our outcome, is to put you or another person in the appropriate emotional state to get them more open to purchasing your product, your service, your opportunity, your idea. If you're, interested in, starting to date again, you want to really put people in the right emotional state, to put them in that way, to start really getting people to, associate a certain feeling with you. So what I'd like to talk about when I talk about emotional state is how do you get somebody in the right state of mind so they feel like purchasing your product? There are companies out there that do this very, very well. If you ever want to study the infomercial companies, they'll take 3-4 minutes and they'll share with you things. Let me give a better example. How many of you remember those old Budweiser commercials? They have the ladies in the swimsuits or the guys looking great on the beach and horses. Now, let me ask you a question. What do horses and swimsuit models have anything to do with beer? But what they do is they put you in an excited state of mind and they immediately associate Budweiser, or immediately associate beer with you. And these companies have got somebody to go ahead and see the sports team doing well and they pop open a beer at the end. But let me ask you this question. How many sports teams would do well if they were drinking on the bench? Well, of course they wouldn't do well. But these marketing companies have got you to think they would because they're associating excitement, fun, sexy with their product. Now, I know many of you don't have commercials and you're wondering, how is this going to work for me in my business? Well, what I'm going to share with you is very, very simple. Now, the first thing you have to understand when you're working with people is this. Anytime you see a person that you're looking to market to, your product, your service, or just even yourself, you got to ask yourself these 3 questions. 3 questions I'm about to share with you, and they go down through what I call the state meter. Now, what the state meter is this. Big triangle, comes all the way over here. I'm pretty sure we got the whole thing on camera. And it's got 3 different sections. Your goal is to take people to what I call the desired state. Desired. This is where you desire for them to show up. For instance, if you're looking to get somebody emotionally into the state of being trusting of you, you're looking to get somebody in the emotional state of respecting you, you're looking to get somebody in the excited state about your product. If you're looking to do any of that, you want to get them here to what I call the desired state. Now, before you can get them to the desired state, that's your outcome. Your outcome. You first got to understand where their current state is. Where are they currently at? What's going on in their life right now? Are they nervous? Are they anticipating like you're going to sell them or something? Are they, they scared? Are they confused? Which one's really going on? Are they don't have the money? Are they, what is it? What is it that they don't have? So what's going to happen is you have to take someone from the current state to the desired state. But just like driving a car, if you don't know where you're going to go, it's not going to make sense getting in your car today and just going there. Because if you get in your car and you say, I'm going to go find a restaurant, but you don't know which one you're going to, you're going to do what I do. I'm sure you've done this before, where you drive in circles, and wind up nowhere. It's just like going to the grocery store without a list. You go without a list, what do you get? A whole bunch of what you don't need. So our outcome is to get people to the desired state from their current state. Along the way, you might put them in a mid-state, which is just another feeling. So you might take them from, give you an example, you might take them from confused, and you want to get them to excited, And along the way, after confused, you might take them to intrigued. And you get them from confused to intrigued to excited, and you got them where you want them. Now, what I mean by get them where you want them is you have to focus on one thing. How do I get a person to where I desire for them to show up? But in order to do that, the only way you're going to be able to do this, you first have to figure out where a person's at and where you want them to go. Where you want them to go and where they're at. Once you get this down, everything else is going to be a lot easier for you. So there's a couple ways to do this, to get people to change states. Now, during an average day, we all have emotions. You and I both have them. We have emotions of fear, excitement, joy, love, frustration. Frustration, confused, and those of you who know me know confused is one of those things that, means you're about to learn something. But for a simplistic sake, we all have these emotions, yet we have very few words in the English language, at least that I know of, that describe these emotions. There's an unlimited amount of emotions, and about this many words to describe, like 10 words to describe a billion emotions. So the challenge is we have, a tough time explaining this to people. But there are certain words that, emotional marketers have learned that evoke certain emotions like desire, excitement, joy, love, that states we desire to get people in that most people haven't learned. So what I want to share with you real quick, I got one more thing to cover here today. And forgive me for this, wish I had someone to help me with this, but guess what? We'll do it together. Now, the other thing I was going to share with you, keep this real simple, is that when it comes down to changing people's states, you can do it with your physical movement, the way you hold your body, and we're not going to cover that on this set of videos. You can do it with your tone of voice, and the least effective way is with your language or your words. Now, even though the least effective way to communicate with anybody is your words, I also want to tell you it's the easiest to learn and the easiest to apply. So what I'm going to share with you over the next several days is certain words and ways to use words in a very specific manner. In a way that you're going to be able to use them for your emails, for your phone calls, for your one-on-one presentations, your 10-on-1, your group presentations, your PowerPoints, your slides, or anything you do, certain ways to use words in a specific way that puts people in the correct emotional state where you truly desire for them to wind up. So here's my challenge for you over the next couple days. I'd like you to start noticing things. And A, check your email and make sure to forward this on to anybody who's interested in this type of cool stuff, learning how to market emotionally, make more money, have more fun, all that kind of cool stuff that we all like to do. But here's my challenge for you over the next couple days. Start noticing when you're out and about what state people are in. I don't mean what mood are they in, what emotional state are they in, not upset. Well, the question is, what emotion are they, showing while they're upset? Are they frustrated? What's really going on? What emotion are they in right now, that state? And then ask yourself the question, where would I want this person to go, and what would I have to do to do it? So I challenge you to go out there and see people, ask what emotional state they're in, notice their body language, notice what's going on, and start becoming a little more aware. Because you become more aware, I guarantee you're going to be a better communicator, and as you become a better communicator, your bank account's going to go up, your fund meter is going to go up, your relationships are going to go up, and everyone else. So I just want to thank you, again, Michael Bernoff, I want to thank you for joining us at the Emotional Marketing University, and we got some great videos that we're going to shoot out to you over the course of the next couple of days, so make sure to get those, and I'll catch you soon. Have a great day.